FM News. On point.
Take a quick look at the news. I'm Lynn Komjisha. The Ministry of Education and Sports has released guidelines to be fulfilled by schools before resuming on 15th October for cadet classes as directed by the President. The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry, Alex Kakoza, says each school is expected to have temperature guns, well-installed dustbins and hand-washing facilities, as well as establishment of isolation rooms in case they get any COVID-19 cases. Kakoza says inspection will be done in due course to assess the readiness of these schools.
The Directorate of Education Standards will work with local governments to inspect education institutions for readiness to implement the SOPs. As I've already pointed out, for universities and other tertiary institutions, guidelines developed by National Council for Education and the Ministry will also guide the monitoring for readiness of these institutions. All heads of education institutions are also reminded that the country is still at high risk of the COVID-19 and maximum care must therefore be exercised at all times.
Kakoza has also encouraged schools to build perimeter walls.
We want to make sure that no uninvited guests, access our premises to protect our children because their safety comes first. So we wanted to encourage everyone to make sure that we have a fence where it is possible. We know the time may not allow, but that is our preferred, position. So government is not going to meet that cost, but we are encouraging all of us, the school owners, to come up with those fences where possible.
Parliament has directed the Attorney General to ensure the Electoral Commission extends the time frame for nomination of candidates for chairpersons of sub-counties until Parliament amends the law to remove the age limit. Yesterday, Parliament asked its Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee to interact with the Electoral Commission and find out why aspirants for chairperson local council 3s who are below 30 years and above 75 years were not nominated, yet Parliament removed the age limit on all positions. The chairperson of the committee, Jacob Oboth, in his verbal report to Parliament, noted that there was an oversight on this matter and they have asked government to bring the necessary amendments to remove the age limit on the position in law.
Madam Speaker, there would be no any other relevant minister than the same minister to go back and complete the age thing that he started. So we request that direct the relevant ministers to handle those three aspects so that we can proceed with time. I beg to report.
The Minister of Local Government, Raphael Majezi, says that they will bring the necessary amendments on Tuesday next week. This prompted the Speaker, Rebecca Kadaga, to direct the Attorney General to ensure there's an extension in nomination dates for fairness for all interested aspirants.
So once we say that it's not cast in the stone, and yet we have the provision of the law that will declare those councillors duly elected from the date coming ahead, then we cannot come back here and say we are going to open nominations. Can the minister ask for enlargement of time? The minister responsible, can he ask for enlargement of time in relation to these young people?
Right, Honourable Speaker, we are going to have a meeting tomorrow morning with the Electoral Commission at 10. We have already fixed that meeting. We shall see how to report back.
Okay. Thank you very much.
4 police officers attached to Katwe Police have been charged with destruction of exhibits. The officers include Apollo Chivuka, 38, the head land desk officer at Katwe Police, Mariam Nangovi, Bakole Karim, the head exhibit protection, and Okelo Moses, all attached to Katwe Division headquarters. The war reigned before the Grade 1 Magistrate Albert Asimwe of the Anti-Corruption Court in Kololo and charged with destruction of exhibits and conspiracy to commit a felony. Chivuka was charged in addition to more 2 accounts of abuse of office and corruption, where it is alleged he did not recover exhibits worth 1 million. They, however, denied the charges and applied for bail, presenting 2 sureties each. The trial magistrate released them on 300,000 cash for Chivuka and 200,000 each for Nangobi and Okelo. Bakole was further remanded because he still has pending charges which were not granted bail. Prosecution alleges that on the 14th this month, At Katwe police station, the accused persons, knowing that the exhibits will be used in a judicial process, conspired and set ablaze the exhibits office. The case was adjourned to October 8th for mention. In other news, Kenyan investigators are to recommend the prosecution of at least 15 top government officials and business people over the alleged misuse of millions of dollars meant for buying COVID-19 medical supplies. The probe uncovered evidence of tenders being allegedly given to politically connected individuals and businesses. The government ordered an investigation following a public outcry. It received about $2 billion in aid and grants to fight COVID-19. But health workers have complained about a shortage of public protective equipment, saying their lives are at risk. The state body responsible for purchases, the Kenya Medical Supply Authority, has denied that any money was stolen. The first phase of investigations is centered around the alleged misuse of $7.8 million meant to purchase emergency PPE for healthcare workers in hospitals across the country. The investigators from Kenya's Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission say preliminary findings have shown that several laws on public procurement were flouted during the awarding of the tenders. In entertainment news, Nigerian star Yemi Alade has vowed to lend her voice to the vulnerable, including women, after she took on a new role in the UN, saying, I quote, women are among the 4 billion people who are trying to survive COVID-19 without any form of social protection. Women are among the 4 billion people who are trying to survive COVID-19 without any form of protection at all. She was named the United Nations Development Program Goodwill Ambassador on Wednesday. In her video message, Alade also said she would focus on those suffering from the socio-economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic. She added that she was ready to offer innovative solutions to various issues. That was the news.
XFM News on point.